Alright, now that I got my old bushing removed out of my upper control arm, I'm going to install the monoball set from Turner Motorsport, and I'll show you how I do it with my press. I already installed one of them just to get a feel for it first. I wanted to make sure I could do it right before I showed you how to do it, but let me give you a close-up to it. Alright, so here's what's going on. I got this guy installed. They say that you're supposed to install it from the front of the control arm. So I guess this is the front. Notice there's like a little bit of a lip right here. Let me just grab the other one. So you can see there's a lip right here. So that's the front of it. And then when you go to, all right, and then here's the other side here. Set that down right there. So this one, when I go to press it in, sorry, it's kind of hard to hold the camera and show you at the same time. Basically, this will go in just like that. Oh, and also, if you get your control arms mixed up, it's kind of hard to tell, but there's actually an R right here telling that this is for the right side. And then driver's side, I should have an L. Yeah, right here. It's probably hard to see. Yeah, there's an L right there. Just right there. Alright, well, enough of me jibber jabbering. I'm gonna go ahead and install the other side here. Alright, so now I'm ready to press this in. This will be the front of the passenger side. The collar will go up on this side right here. I'm just going to press it in just like that. Try to make sure it's straight as possible so you don't damage it. Hopefully I don't damage it, because even I make mistakes. Safety first. Alright, here we go, boys. And girls, if there's any girls listening in. Bring my press back up. Probably don't want to do too much, because then I'm going to have to do more work than I want to. And then you're going to make sure, probably hard to see from here, but notice, here, I got an example here. I got my press plate right here. If you don't have one like this, but then you might be screwed. But this one's got a V shape in it. So when I go to install this, I'm going to want to have this lip stick out a little bit so it doesn't get smashed when I'm pressing it in. Because then it'll damage your control arms, and you do not want that. Alright, here we go. Make sure everything's squared up. Make sure actually I'm going to move to the side here. Make sure it's sitting flat. Try not to get in the way of the camera. This one doesn't really sit as flat as the other side did, I guess. But there we go. And then start cranking away. And then before you start getting it really cranked in, make sure you kind of square it up a little bit. Make sure your pressure's tightened up. And start cranking away. And then you'll want to keep going. You want to keep pressing it until you see that the, let me get some more light over here. You'll want to keep pressing it until the collar lines up at the lip of the control arm. I know it's kind of hard to see from here. I'll show you once you get a little closer to pressing it in. Alright, got a little bit closer, I'll show you now. Alright, now you can see the lip is seated. I'm going to go ahead, let the pressure off of here and take the control arm back out. But first I'm going to have to move my camera so that I can have my hands free. Alright, I'm going to let the pressure off. Just take a final look, make sure you got it in all the way, and it looks like I did. You can see there's a, hard to tell, but there's an R right here. And then when you go to install this on your car, you got these little metal bushings here. This one will go in the rear, like that. Just pushes right in. And then this side, smaller side, will go in the front here. I'm kind of dyslexic, it's kind of confusing me a little bit, but yeah, this is the front. Just think of this as where your subframe bolts up, and then this is where it'll bolt to your knuckle or your trailing arm. And be ready to put your car back together. Hope you enjoyed this video. Tune in for my next video.